when I was about 15 months old. We moved to Botswana and I had a very serious car accident. I was sitting in the back, the window was wound down and I kept leaning out, and then I eventually fell out onto my head onto a gravel road when the car was moving. It seemed I was all right, but obviously I'd had a serious head injury. The repercussions of that have played out over my life. My memory was affected dramatically. I had difficulty relating to people. I thought of myself as dumb as I got older. My time at the local state high school here on the shore, I was ridiculed and teased and made fun of to the extreme. It just cemented what I believed to be true about myself. I was then reflecting it on God, and I was made this way, and I have to do something to have worth. When I went overseas to China, that's when it really changed. The staff at the school I worked at started to see me for who I am and the skills that I could bring. Finally had a group of friends. I had purpose. I was accepted. Even though I became a Christian when I was quite young, I was 9 years old, God was showing me who He is and how He can talk to us and how He wants to have a relationship with us. And it was through that time that I really had a lot of healing. I came back to New Zealand from China and I was going to be finishing my master's. That was my goal, but I got married instead. A year after we got married, I found out I was going to have a little girl and she was going to be born with spina bifida and club feet. He'd never heard of spina bifida and he probably thought of it as like a curse or something to that effect. It was a very, very rough storm, very rough storm. That was the breaking point, and he left. Nelah was born and she had major surgery at 3 days old to close her back. Nelah's feet were clubbed at birth severely. She's now had surgery on one foot, which fixed it. The other foot has had 2 surgeries and they're wanting to do a third one because it is still severely clubbed. When I came to City Impact Church, Gary Casey came. He came with his daughter and she told her healing story. At that point, God said, this can be Nelah's story, I can heal her. Ever since that day, myself and my parents have not stopped praying, declaring scriptures over her, fasting and taking communion for her healing. And I do believe that it will manifest in God's perfect timing, because people are going to see around when she gets out of that wheelchair. If our identity is found in things of this world or in other people, then there is no direction and there is hopelessness, because we're never going to meet the expectations or live up to the standards. If our identity is in Christ, we actually have hope and we have purpose, we have meaning, we have a reason for living.